You don't need a better car, you need more power. You don't need more stuff, you don't need a different relationship, you need more power. Get the inside power first, then let's let all the outside stuff take care of itself. I'm praying for power in your inner being. That's the main idea. The second idea in this prayer is that you have strength in your challenges instead of deliverance from challenges. Most of our prayers are, oh God, get me out of this. And God tends to respond more to, oh God, get me through this. Most of our prayers are saying, God, remove this, change this, whatever it is that's causing me to lose heart. Paul says, I'm not asking God to get you out of it. I'm asking God to give you the power to endure through it. I'm not asking him to take it away. Now, sometimes God does bring us out, but most often, God brings us through. There's an old song by Andre Crouch that said, if I never had a problem, I'd never know that God could solve them. I'd never know what faith in his word will do. Now, we would love to pray, God, take away every strain, every problem, every jerk, take it all away. And God says, no, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you through it. He did not deliver Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego from the fiery furnace, but he said, I'll get you through it. In fact, I'll be with you in it, and we'll come out on the other side. Remember, while Paul's writing that they can endure, he's in prison, in chains, awaiting a sentencing from Caesar, probably execution. And this matters to him. In fact, in Ephesians 6, I'm jumping ahead a few weeks, he actually asked them, hey, pray for me. Which, here's a side note, don't ever get so spiritual that you'd think you don't need prayers from others. I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't know how spiritual you got to be to not need prayer, but I'm not there yet. I haven't read that far in the Bible. I haven't arrived yet. This preacher, this pastor, I need prayer. If you're going to pray for any Jones anywhere, may I suggest me? Because I know my shortcomings. In fact, I'm jonesing for your prayers. Some of y'all Google that later, figure out what that. We need prayer. I don't know where you get to a point that you don't need it. Paul was so eloquent with his words, but he still said, matter of fact, listen to what he said in Ephesians 6. This is what he asked for. Pray for me too. Ask God to give me the right words so I can boldly explain God's mysterious plan that the good news is for Jews and Gentiles alike. Remember, it's a day just like we live in right now. Everybody's politically polarized. Everybody's religiously polarized. There is racial polarization between Jew and Jew. I mean, it was ugly. And there were hashtags and bumper stickers saying Jew lives matter. And then there were hashtags and bumper stickers saying Gentiles matter. And they would put them on their donkeys, and they're riding around town, and everybody's making a statement. Jew lives matter. Gentiles matter. That was the big argument. And he said, pray for me. And I'm going to tell you, in this day, pray for me. And I know another Jones who would say the same thing. Pray for him. Pray that we will be bold to explain God's mysterious plan, that we are one race, many nations, and from one blood, all man was created. And then in verse 20, he said, I'm in chains now, still preaching this message as God's ambassador, so pray I will keep on speaking boldly for him as I should. You got to catch this. He did not pray for a jailbreak. He didn't say, pray that God gets me out of this. He just said, pray that I'll be bold while I go through this. I I believe God will deliver you from your circumstances and from your trial. But until that happens, I'm praying for you to have strength to endure through your circumstances and your trial. Don't be weary in well-doing. Power. Everybody say power to the people. There's 3 results that come from this prayer he prayed. 3 things. Number 1, he prayed, Christ dwelling in your heart by faith. Listen to verse 17, the first part. That Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. Now that word dwelling, New Testament was written mostly in Greek, the Old Testament mostly in Hebrew. So that word dwelling is actually made up of 2 words. The first word is the word down, and the second word is the word home. So he's literally saying, may Christ be down home in your hearts. To Texify it, may Christ be at home in your hearts. Now, we all know the difference between a house and a home. Where I live, that's my home. When I come to your home, I'm at your house. That's deep, I know. Now, what you're going to tell me, because we always do, is you're going to say, make yourself at home. Well, you don't really mean it. Because you don't want me opening every door. What you mean is make yourself at home in this room. Don't be going through our medicine cabinet. Why is he going? He's going to the closet. He's going to that closet. He's going to that closet. I'm very clear on the difference between home and house. I'm also clear, here's a different approach on that. I grew up in Frank and Joyce Jones's home, and it was my home, but I knew it was Frank Jones's house. I was very much at home there, but it was his house. We did not have locks on the children's bedroom doors, but if we had, they would not have been locked. 2 sons and a daughter. The daughter would get from Dad, babe, and then the door would open. The sons got, hey. And what was interesting, not hey, I never heard the phrase, can I come in? It was, hey, and I don't know why, but immediately just looking around. Hey, it's his house. Full access. Total access. It's interesting how we say, Jesus, make yourself at home. I want you to be down home. Just come in to my heart. Now, don't go to that closet because the skeletons are there. I mean, come on in. I want you in every part. I'm just going to ask you, not the relationship door. Don't open the relationship door. I need to handle that one. Leave my bitterness alone. Get the rest. Make yourself at home, just not everywhere. He wants to be down home. I wish you could see you looking at me right now. He knocks on one door. The exterior door is saying, if you'll let me in, I'll come in. Once he's in, he's assuming he's in. Okay, I'll move on. The second result of this prayer, it's not just that he's down home. The second result is that you have a growing knowledge of Christ's love for you. Now that seems so elementary, but it's not elementary. A growing knowledge of Christ's love for you. The second part of verse 17, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may have strength to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge. Now, that word comprehend means that you get a hold of, that you get a grasp. And he's saying, I know you love Jesus, and I know you know Jesus loves you, but I don't think you get it. I don't think you understand how deep, how wide, how high, how long his love for you is. It takes power and it takes faith to embrace God's love. Everybody knows something about it, but he's praying, Paul's prayer is, I'm praying that every day you discover something new about God's love for you.